Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and we are back with another installment of our Best Of series. Sorry I actually didn't get this one out on Friday. I've actually had a lot of preparing I've been doing, I guess, because I am going to be going to the World Final in Japan this week. I'm really excited, but I'm also really nervous and anxious about it, so I've been, kind of committing a lot of my time to preparing myself for that, because I do want to do well, for sure, as anybody would, but I do have a duty to the channel, and I am back with this series, and this time we're going to be covering one of my favorite classes of all time, not just in Shadowverse Evolved, but original Shadowverse, Abysscraft, or / Shadow and Blood, I guess, in the original Shadowverse game. So Flames of Laevateinn dropping very soon. Actually, we're less than a week away now. I'm really excited, and I hope you guys are too. We're going to go straight into the video, starting off with what was a super meta card back in Shadowverse, Masquerade Ghost. He makes his debut into this game very early. Masquerade Ghost is a 4-cost follower with 4 attack, 4 defense. He has a lingering effect that says whenever a ghost is put onto your field, give it +1 attack. Which is awesome. I mean, just imagine 2/1 storms that you can just spit out, like combination with like Phantom Howl, for example. You get 8 damage just off of having Masquerade Ghost and Phantom Howl. It's crazy. Masquerade Ghost can evolve for 1, in which case he becomes a 5 attack, 5 defense. He has a lingering effect, a new one. He gains a new one. Whenever a ghost leaves your field, summon a Gargantuan Ghost token. So before I go any further, a Gargantuan Ghost token is a 1-cost token with 3 attack, 3 defense, and ward. So you essentially turn all of your ghosts that leave the field at the end phase into 3/3 wards that your opponent has to answer. Gargantuan Ghost does have the requirement that at the start of your main phase, banish the card, so you're not going to keep it up to attack with, but it's just, it helps you keep your Masquerade Ghost alive, keeps you from losing too much damage as well, so it lets you go aggressive and then have a wall. So I still think, yeah, Masquerade Ghost plus like Phantom Howl is just crazy. It's such a great play. Masquerade Ghost, going back to him, he also has a last words effect that he gets when he evolves that says whenever he, well, of course, last words, when he dies, you put Masquerade Ghost into your EX area, so you can just play him again the next turn. I love this card. I really want to play around with some kind of deck like this, and there's a lot of cards on my list today that surround this strategy. I want to see how far this deck can go. I'm really excited about it. I'm gonna butcher this name here. Bakcheris? Pepe Ghosty. I'm just gonna call you Pepe Ghosty. 1-cost follower with 1 attack, 1 defense. This card has an effect that says it's treated as a ghost on the field. So if you play this after Masquerade Ghost on the board, gets 1 attack. Nice. As a fanfare effect, if there's a Gargantuan Ghost on the field, draw a card. Love it. I love cards that replace themselves. It adds a good, solid element into any deck if you can play a card that just replaces itself and gives you more resources. I love this card already. It could also evolve for 1, in which case it becomes a 2/2, and nothing super special except it gains last words, put it into the EX area. So just like Masquerade Ghost, this card floats. I think this is a mandatory card that you play if you're going into the Ghost strategy. So yeah, again, I think it just needs to get played with a little bit, or broken, I guess I should say. Continuing on with the strategy, Pumpkin Necromancer is a 3-cost follower with 3 attack, 3 defense, and a fanfare effect. Put a Gargantuan Ghost into your EX. So this is kind of neat. I mean, especially going first, these are great stats, 3/3, and putting the Ghost into your EX, or the Gargantuan Ghost in your EX, is just, it's nice because it gives you like a 1-cost 3/3 ward in case you need it. I think this is like probably not a 3 of, but I do like being able to tap into that Gargantuan Ghost whenever you need it to if you play this card. So pretty nifty. Really excited about this one. Mischievous Zombie. This is a 2-cost follower with 2 attack, 2 defense, and it has a fanfare effect to discard a card from your hand and summon a ghost token. So that's already pretty good. If you discarded a departed card, draw a card. So everything that I've gone through so far is a departed follower. I should have said that. But other notable, cards of this craft that are departed: Ambling Wraith is a departed follower. Death's Breath. Sorry, I should clarify. It said if you discarded a departed card, so you can discard things like Death's Breath, because that will count and get you a free card. Lesser Mummy is another one, and Mordecai the Duelist. I wish Mordecai would see play, because I have like a little foil one that I just been dying to play in something. But yeah, I just think it's cute that he's a departed card. So, and then also Bone Chimera. This one is probably the most important departed card on my list, because at least if you've ever played Control Abyss, I've been playing a little bit of Control Abyss lately, and I really like the deck a lot. And I like Bone Chimera because you're playing it early, really gets your Necro Charge going. But the second and third copy of the Bone Chimera, I really don't ever want to see, in my hand. So I would love the opportunity to discard this and then draw a different card for it. So I really like the Mischievous Ghost for that reason. Mischievous Ghost can also evolve for 2, in which case he becomes a 3/3, and he selects a ghost on your field and gives it Bane. And remember, you could also use a Pepe Ghosty as well and give it Bane too, so because it counts as a ghost on the board. So yeah, Mischievous is a really, really good card. It only costs 2 as well. I think 2 to evolve is fine, because it's, you really do, it essentially becomes like a 4-play removal of a follower that attacked, so it's not bad at all. But I really am more excited about the just discard to draw a card for sure. Gives the deck a little bit more consistency, probably, just assuming. Demon Maestro, 2-cost follower with 1 attack, 1 defense, has an activation ability to reduce your leader's health by 2 and draw a card. That effect can only be used once per turn. I just think this is a really good card replenishment. I think that Abyss could use that. It kind of lacks any kind of like draw power, consistency. It's a lot of RNG, I guess, if you played like a Control Abyss or a mill version of the deck. So I like just little safe plays like this. Furtive Fangs, I really like this one. This is a 1-cost spell. You can select an enemy, a follower on your field, and for the rest of the turn, it gains Strike. And what it does is, when you attack, because it's Strike, select an enemy follower on the field and deal it X damage. X equals the follower that is attacking. Attack. I said that horrible. But essentially, you give your follower Strike, swing with it, and then select another enemy follower, and you deal X damage equal to your follower's attack. So it costs only 1. I think this is a great control card. You don't get any kind of value, I guess, by discarding it or milling it, but I like it. I think it's worth, playing it like maybe 2 or 3 if you're playing a control deck. I don't know. I like it a lot. Dark Alice. This is probably, a big fan favorite card in the next set. This also is going to have an alternate art as well. So I'm excited to pull that, hopefully. It's a 6-cost follower with 6 attacks, 6 defense, and rush. Strike. Your opponent discards a card. So I love that. I love the hand control, hand drop Abyss. I think it's great. I think it's such a cool deck. Azazel's broken. Side note. Last words. Banish the top 10 cards of your deck, which sounds scary. Put this card onto your field and discard a card. So this kind of feels like a different kind of control Abyss. Maybe you don't want to. I don't know, because sometimes I worry that if you play it in your mill deck, you might actually just deck out, but I guess if you bring it back even just one time, that's actually pretty okay. But yeah, I guess I didn't finish the rest of the effect. Banish the top 10 cards of your deck, put this card in your field, and discard a card. Yeah, so I don't think the discard a card's an issue. I just worry more about the deck management, but I think that the card, like its stats, the discarding of the hand, I think all of that makes me feel better about the banish 10 cards in your deck. I just don't know off the top of my head if I'm going to include, or how many times you're going to be willing to commit to that play. But it's a great card. I think that you got to play this in Abyss in a control version of the deck, maybe as 1 or 2, especially because even if you mill it, Death's Breath just brings it back for the same cost. So and it'll gain ward, so that's not bad either. Finally, the last card on my list, and before we go into our market pickups, Odal, Black Swan. This card is a 5-cost follower with 6 attack, 4 defense, fanfare, and strike. Deal 2 damage to each enemy leader and each enemy follower on the field. So If you strike, that's potentially 4 to the board and 4 to the enemy leader. Crazy. And then Necro Charge 20. Give this follower Storm. That's not that hard to get to, actually. I think that you can probably get to that if you, I mean, depending on how you open, you know, by 6 or 7. I mean, because if you can drop Azazel on 5, if you commit maybe 2 more mill plays, I think you should be able to possibly get to Necro Charge 20 by turn 7, 8 for sure. But I mean, regardless, it's like an Oguri cap for the deck, which is just amazing. You know, you imagine playing it, Necro Charge 20, you have Storm, so you're gonna swing, and you've dealt 4 damage to the board and 10 damage to the enemy leader. It's a really, really good aggressive card that only costs 5 once you get to Necro Charge 20. So for me, I'd absolutely play this in any mill version of Abyss. I will personally be playing probably 2 or 3 copies of it. It's just broken. So yeah, I'm really excited about all these cool little tools that Abyss is getting. Moving on into my TCG player finds that I think you guys should consider picking up. I want to start with Trick Dualahan, the foil. It's dropped down dramatically since releasing, but it's still actually kind of up there. It's a $3 card before it quickly becomes like $4. I can see this getting some play because it puts a ghost in the EX, which is nice for the Masquerade Ghost play, but also if you played a mill version of Abyss, Necro Charge 10 put 3 ghosts in there. So I could see you playing multiple, like, you know, mill version of Abyss plus the ghosts. I could see this card being a crucial tool. It also has just great stats of 3 attack, 2 defense for a 2-cost follower. Yeah, I would keep my ad on this one. Phantom Howl, the promo. I think that this was just a box topper promo, I'm pretty sure. So, and it's actually already going up. So it's about $1, really like $2 right now, because if you buy it for $1 here, you still got $1 shipping. But it's quickly going to become $2, and on the second page, I'm sure it's going to be, yeah, about $3. So I would consider playing this. I mean, I don't think maybe this is a 3 of maybe 2. But if you want the foil, I would get it sooner rather than later, personally. Some Uma cards that I think might go up as well. You have Maru Zensi, which I really feel like this card was a lot cheaper than $3 for a minute there. But I feel like it's been slowly trending upwards just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. So it's about... wow, it's actually really good, quickly going to become $4. There's actually only one listing at about $3.50. Well, really $4.50, and then it goes up to $7. So yeah, you're actually kind of missing out on this one if you haven't gotten it already, because what is the SL at? The SL's already $7. So that means, oh man, the SL's probably gonna start going up too then, because why would you pay $7, almost $7 for the regular when you can get the SL for about the same price? So yeah, I think Maru Zensi will go up because it's a great control card, especially if you play a mill version of Abyss. I also think Seeking the Pearl, it's a pretty decent turn to play, mills 2 cards when it dies. Yeah, the foil version is going up a little bit too. Yeah, looks like, look at all that. About $3, and very quickly, I mean, I feel like all the Uma cards are, like, all the foil Uma cards are kind of trending or touching $4 or $5 now. All the ones I should see play, I guess. Nice Nature, you know, if you guys don't know this card, it has last words, each opponent discards a card, and fanfare, select an enemy follower in the field, give it -1/-1. This is about $1 for a foil. It's going to quickly become $2 and $3. I would probably get that sooner. And then Fine Motion, this card is a mill 2 for the Abyss deck, and I mean, it's a very good card. Also heals you by 2 as well. Yeah, that is about $1.50, $2 right now, but it's very quickly becoming 4. So I would pick up those Uma cards. I think that's a really fan favorite set, and I mean, eventually we're gonna run out of sets in your LGS. So Rice Shower as well, 5-cost ward, mills 2. So I would probably get that. That's about, wow, that's actually up a lot. There's only one more at $4 with $1 shipping, and then it's $6. Wow, this, yeah, I mean, okay, we might be a little late to the party, so I would get them sooner rather than later, guys. Soul Conversion, unfortunately, is not going to get a foil reprint in the next series of promo packs, which breaks my soul, but it's okay because we get Death's Breath as a foil, which I love that. So because of that, I feel like this, I mean, maybe because of that, this card is trending upward. It's about $3 right now, tons of copies, but yeah, I mean, unfortunately, unfortunately. We're probably a little bit too late to the party here, so this card's probably going to stay at $3 for a while. And then finally, I'm a little concerned about Playful Necromancer because it only came out in the starter deck for Abyss. It's still a great evolve in my opinion. Who knows if it'll actually see play, but we only got one page of listings, and it's about $1 right now. So, I mean, there's a lot of copies right here by this seller, but yeah, if this card sees play, I mean, we could see, I mean, we'd be a little bit in a bad spot if like these sellers decided to like change their price to like $3. So just in case, I'd probably consider getting some if you don't have them already. That's all I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Dragoncraft is next, and I'm gonna get that video out before I leave Japan. So, or maybe while I'm in Japan, I guess it might come out. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more Shadowverse Evolved content, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.